Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Very cold Monday. We've got first alert weather days starting today, lasting through Wednesday, kind of for some various different reasons. Today, it's all about the cold and the wind chill. It's going to be windy pretty much all throughout today. So, while temperatures are likely to make it slightly above freezing, it's going to be feeling more like the 20s later on this afternoon. So, still going to be dealing with those frigid temperatures today, tomorrow, and through Wednesday. Wednesday morning looks to be the coldest morning out of all three. But even tomorrow, we're actually more than likely not going to make it above freezing for about 24 to 48. Well, I would say more so 24 hours. Maybe not necessarily as long, but still looking to see those below freezing temperatures carry through Tuesday into Wednesday morning. And then we're also looking at the chance for snow on top of that for Tuesday, primarily into the afternoon.
Yeah, we should start to see some flurries move into the forecast as early as tonight. So mainly into the overnight hours. Sometime in the morning, you might see a couple flurries areas south of I-20, and then it really settles into the day on Tuesday. So that is something that you should be aware of if you live south of I-20. More than likely, you're going to be seeing heavier snowfall totals than areas along into the north of I-20, which is usually vice versa. So it's very backwards. But then we'll see another very cold night to the morning on Wednesday. You wake up Wednesday morning and temperatures are going to be down into the teens. Feel like temperatures single digits and all that snow on the ground. Hopefully we don't see that much snowfall here in the metro, which we should not see as much as areas to the south, which is a good thing for us here.
Yeah. So right now temperatures are sitting at 25 degrees, but with the winds out of the north at almost 15 miles an hour, it feels like 13 degrees. Earlier today, it felt like 9 degrees. So that's pretty much where we're going to be for the rest of today.
I'm not going outside.
Yeah, I'm going to bundle up when I get home. That's for sure. Or turn the heat up. But yes, we're going to be dealing with these frigid conditions pretty much through this afternoon. Highs only topping out mid 30s, but going to feel more like the 20s. After sunset, we'll see temperatures fall back into the mid 20s, but it's going to be feeling like the teens by the time you get ready to wake up Tuesday morning. And then we really don't make it above freezing even into tomorrow afternoon. And with the wind chills, still going to be feeling like the low 20s. And then we're looking at the coldest morning of the week. We're dropping back into the teens by Wednesday morning. So something to keep in mind when it comes to travel. With the snow that's coming in Tuesday, it's more than likely not going to melt, and it's going to be around. And if there is some melting, it's going to refreeze heading into Wednesday morning. So expect travel issues not only tomorrow, but for Wednesday morning as well. So that's why we carried the alert day into Wednesday. Also, something to note, we've got the winter storm watches and warnings for a good portion of central and southwest Mississippi that will start tonight and last through Tuesday evening. So we're definitely going to be dealing with some winter weather around here, at least over the next couple of days here.
Yeah, it's just the models can't necessarily agree on how much or even when we're going to be actually seeing the snowfall. I'm leaning more towards the her. I think that that's the more likely outcome from what we're kind of looking at into the night tonight. Some spotty, just random stray snow showers, mainly for areas south of I-20, west of I-55 is where you should see the heaviest bit into the night tonight. And then as it goes into the early morning hours, you should be waking up to start your day and you're going to be seeing snowfall, especially for areas south of I-20. If you don't have to travel, I would 100% not recommend traveling into the morning hours. A lot of people down here, including myself, I'm from Texas. I do not know how to drive on the snow and ice. And I would expect a lot of us down here do not know how to drive on the snow and ice. So if you don't have to get out, please don't get out. It's just not safe, especially in these conditions that we're expecting into the morning hours for south of I-20. In the metro, we're on that fringe area of just either light snowfall to that moderate snowfall. So it depends on where we'll actually be tracking that snowfall into the day tomorrow. It depends on how much moisture we can see. Most of it will be staying along the Gulf Coast, which is why we see those heavier snowfall totals down there.
Yeah. So these are the different scenarios. Again, we just showed you the her has this moving out by Tuesday afternoon. And then as we look at our second scenario, this has it staying a little further off to the south, where the metro really doesn't see much in terms of snow, if any, throughout the course tomorrow morning and into the afternoon. It really is all going to come down to where the low pressure system sets up further off to the west in Texas. And if it rides along the Gulf Coast, we're looking more at the scenario on the left, which is the graph, where we do see a light dusting, maybe an inch. I think that's going to be pushing it for us here in the metro. But then, especially further off to the south, I would say 2 to 4, maybe 2 to 4 inches, maybe even more in some places, where that's the heaviest of snow is going to be likely. The good news is that we're not expecting sleet or freezing rain. So that is a positive to look at this. But I still expect travel impacts tomorrow and into your Wednesday morning. But this is what the latest snowfall totals are looking like with our high resolution models now. So again, it's really all going to depend on where that low pressure system sets up. I think it's more than likely it's going to ride the Gulf Coast, and we're looking at the situation on the left versus the one on the right, which is the HRRR. But yes.
Yeah, I think that it's still a little up in the air right now when it comes to forecasting winter storms along the Gulf Coast. You don't really see that too often. So again, I want y'all to make sure you are staying weather aware. These things can change in the matter of an instant. We could see no snowfall at all here in the metro. We could see 1 to 2 inches of snowfall. It just depends on where exactly that low pressure forms, where it rides along, if it rides along the coast, if it's a little bit higher, a little bit lower. There's so many little factors that will go into this that will determine a lot into the day tomorrow. So I want y'all to be aware of that and not caught off guard and be like, man, they said it was going to snow and I got nothing. Or y'all said it wasn't going to do anything, and I got 2 inches at my house. So I want y'all we're covering our basis, and I want y'all to know that
we're giving you all the facts.
All the facts. Everything is possible right now. It just depends on where that low pressure is and how the impacts we'll see here. I mean, no matter what area south of I-20, you're looking at some heavy snowfall totals. And again, I want y'all to make sure you are staying weather aware. You have your plans set in place. Remember the 4 Ps as you get going into the day to day. I hope y'all enjoyed this past weekend where it was 74 degrees in the metro. You could have gone out there and
I should have gone out.
Yeah,
I was putting my Christmas decorations away.
You should have kept them out with the snow.
I know, honestly, I should have. But yeah, so again, we'll continue to keep you updated later on this afternoon. I definitely would tune in to our later newscasts, especially also our show at 2:30 with Dave and Elise. They'll have the newest updates when it comes to where has that low pressure set up, what we're looking like heading into tonight. Definitely continue to tune into that, and of course our later newscast. And we'll still be posting on socials to give you the latest on what we're looking at when it comes to the snow and of course the cold. That's, if anything, that's going to be a big story over the next 2 days. So that's all we have for now. But yeah, so gonna be a pretty cold couple of days. Hey, luckily this weekend it's gonna be back in the 60s.
We'll be back in the 60s in no time. Don't worry, don't y'all love the roller coaster. But again, areas to the south of I-20, make sure you have your plans set in place. If you don't have to get out tomorrow and you live alone in south of I-20, I would 100% recommend staying home. But obviously that depends on how much snowfall you're going to be seeing. And again, just please be safe no matter what y'all do. If you are going out or you do have to drive into work, just take a little bit of extra time. There's no need to push it into the day tomorrow. There is a good chance that you might run into a couple little snowflakes.
If anything, if we here in the metro, we may just see some flurries. If depending on which situation.
Do you have any advice for people driving on the snow and ice? Ashley's from Cincinnati, so she's used to this.
If you got 4-wheel drive, it's a good thing to have.
What about if I don't?
If you don't, just take it slow, but also don't brake.
Yeah, I was always told don't slam on the brakes.
Don't slam on the brakes because that's not a good combination. If you come across any black ice. But anyway, regardless, luckily we'll see this move on pretty much by the end of Tuesday night, and then we're just left with the cold Wednesday morning, and then we're back to
by Wednesday
back to normal.
A
little bit. So
say we're on the
yes, we are
for sure.
So, but that's all we've got. We'll talk to you guys again tomorrow, and of course, stay tuned for the latest later on this afternoon for more updates.